Hello, everyone. Coming at you from Southern Command here. We're getting excited. Next week, we get to go up to Northern Command. We're going to be up on our northern Middle Tennessee farm. And also, we're going to get up into Western Kentucky. We're looking at a farm that possibly we're interested in acquiring, both for ourselves and our portfolio, and along with some of our investor clients and friends that like to buy cash flowing land with us. Got a beautiful farm up there. We're going to be looking at an off-market situation. So sometimes those can be even more fun and get interesting. So we may record from Northern Command up there next week. We'll look forward to it. Hey, investors, and more importantly, you big national, fast-growing wealth management firms, you'd be interested in this too. Wouldn't you all loathe the fact that you lost a client, say a high net worth client, because you had a limited solution set? I'm going to tell you about a situation today where an individual client, this particular large national firm, was at risk of losing this client because of one area that he wanted some personalization on his investments. They just couldn't offer him. They wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let his advisor at this big firm have that be part of its solution set. So we're going to talk more about that, how we can do a better job customizing and personalizing service for wealthy investors, but actually help other, especially large wealth management firms that kind of dictate what can go in the investment portfolio for some of the advisors out there. Hi, I'm Fred Hanisch. I am the owner of Old Drake LLC, and we are investment advisors for lots of investors that don't much like investment advisors. Well, what the heck does that mean? Well, and usually it's not personal. Rarely is it personal that they loathe an individual person. But some people don't like the fact that a lot of these firms, especially the big ones that are growing real fast, they dictate to all their advisors what can go in the solution set from an investment standpoint, and what the advisor can use and what they cannot use. And frankly, they come out with lots of times it's a model portfolio, and 95% of their clients wind up in one or two versions of that model, or three versions really of that model portfolio. And some investors just don't like that. They want a little more customization. They want a little more personalization. I've been doing this for over 40 years, and that's exactly what we do. We're a bit of a throwback here. And this particular client, they wanted a portfolio in some individual securities. So we can accommodate them, and we sign an agreement with their larger firm. We're not going to steal their client. We'll play this particular position on the team, so to speak. The big wealth management firm doesn't lose a client, and the client's much happier. So let me tell you about this client. This client had an 8-figure net worth and an 8-figure investment portfolio, all things considered, real estate and other things, way into the 8 figures. And this particular wealth manager was only managing a portion of that 10 million. And this particular client had always owned individual securities a lot in his lifetime, and he'd just soon own at least part of his assets in an individual portfolio. So that's what we do. And that's the client wanted to work on a collaborative fashion with a professional to help him build and manage a custom portfolio designed with the professional money manager and him. And basically we designed a portfolio. It's got about 43 stocks in it today. Most of them are household name, very large, conservative value dividend growers. He likes dividend growth, and he likes getting dividends and have the dividends continue to grow every year. But also some other picks that were more growth oriented. And again, a custom portfolio for part of his assets. He's way long retired. He's in very poor health, doesn't really have anything to do. And this, as much as anything else, gives him something to do, gives him something that he's interested in. He didn't have any other hobbies of fishing or hunting or golfing. And so talking about the markets and picking stocks and managing a portfolio makes him happy. And so that's exactly what we do. Now, so enter Old Drake. Our bias, wherever we can, most of our clients have most of their money in individual securities. We've always done that for 45 years. And the 3 reasons on the whiteboard behind me are why. We charge a very low flat fee. So number one, we're very low fee. We only charge $5,000 a year, no matter how much money we manage, whether it's $500,000, $5 million, or $50 million. So it's not an expensive additional solution for the client. But the client knows when they're a wealth manager puts them in exchange traded funds and mutual funds and funds of funds and alternative funds, private equity, private credit, etc., there's at least one more layer of fees. In some cases, there's 2 layer of fees in all of those products. Some are very low fee, very efficient. They're either passive or low fee active portfolio management. So some of them are really good in our biased opinion, but some of them are ridiculously expensive. And this particular client is sensitive to that. And then the big kahuna is this particular portfolio we're managing for him is part of his taxable assets. It's not in an IRA rollover or a Roth. So we really need to pay attention to taxes. Instead of the end of the year or once a year rebalancing the exchange traded funds or the mutual funds because the whole wealth managers, all their clients get rebalanced once a year, we can harvest losses and gains. We're tax managing that portfolio all year long, keeping the tax boogeyman at bay when we take long-term capital gains. Because it's a personalized portfolio just for him, we can take losses somewhere if we want to and cancel out the gains. And, the lower the fees are, the less layers of fees you have, and keeping the tax boogeyman at bay, letting Uncle Sam pay part of the taxes, the more you keep. Plus, for this particular client, it's something that's fun. It's part of his hobby. And again, that's what we do here. So I'm looking at my notes here. I want to make sure, we've covered everything, and I believe we have. So that I wanted to hit on. These are just the high points. But big wealth management firms, if you have clients that want some more personalization and customization in an individual portfolio, we can help you better serve that client. And investor clients that would rather be in individual securities for most of their money, that's really our wheelhouse. So if you want, you investors out there, my Crackerjack marketing team is going to pop up a little pop-up on this video to prompt you. In the end here, you can go in the description here down below, and you can take a free money planning quiz. It'll only take you 3-4 minutes. It's like 8 or 9 questions, and I will get your answers to those questions. And our value add promise to you is I'll turn around and I'll send you a personalized video about you and your situation and what you shared with me. And then we can go from there. We're not for everyone. We're a small boutique. We can only service a limited number of clients. With all this customization and personalization, we're not for everybody, and we can't serve everybody. So we need to do some discovery work. But one of the other things we'll do in determining if we're a good fit for all or part of your assets is we'll go through and I'll analyze what you're paying and how many layers of fees you're paying and how good or not the tax mitigation is. We are flat fee advisor, and we are about full 100% transparency. You know what you're paying, and you know what you get for what you're paying. And sadly today, a lot of wealthy clients, they have no idea what they're really paying all in on fees, and they don't really know what they own. And so that's our promise to you. So if you take our free money planning quiz, also, if you like us, subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, and reach out anytime. olddrake.com. Reach out with questions anytime and take that short quiz, and I'll send you a personalized video. Thank you.